I really need a new mouse. Just gotta do a lot of other things, and I can get started. Alrighty. Just doing a little bit more setup. Okay. Well, let's get started. I think we're good. Hello, everybody, and good morning, afternoon, and or evening. I am your friendly demon butler, Dark Reaver 40. And today we'll be playing some Expeditions Rome. Not Rome, Vikings. So used to saying Rome because I played all of Expeditions Rome last time, which was the third game in the series. And for all intents and purposes, we're going forward chronologically. So we'll wait. We'll actually get properly started once the ad starts. Once the ad finishes, which will be in 2.5 minutes. Just enjoy the music for now. Quickly check the options, controls. Yep, got everything we need to. Quick saves, quick loads. Yep, that's all good. That's all good. Alright. Well, we'll wait for the ad. We'll stay on medium difficulty. We won't do Iron Man. Alright, yeah, it is starting. Alright, we wait. And we wait. And we wait for the ad to finish. And then we go into Alright, let's do some character creation, shall we? First off, let's pick a portrait. We'll start with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there are 9 portraits. What should I pick? I don't like that one. That one's nice. I like that one. And that one's also pretty cool. Pretty good. I like that one, and that one, and that one. So we've narrowed it down to 4. think we'll just call her Birsa. Birsa, daughter of Gangrada. And we'll make her red hair. Yeah, I think we'll stick with this portrait. And yeah, blue eyes. A little bit brighter on the complexion. Let's give her a scarred face. Her hair can go long, side braid, short headband, looks like that. And leather tunic. Give her bracelet and some boots. Colors. Let's go that. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Kind of like that better. Make both of them grey. Yeah. I think that's the one we'll go with. Okay. Born to Gangrada and Estrada in the year 769 of the Julian calendar. With bright blue eyes and hair the color of blood. Right, stats. Base damage with axes and swords. Hit points, damage reduction, block chance with shields and stamina. Finesse is knives and spears. Good for ranged attacks. Perception is accuracy with ranged weapons. And sense. Fundamental to witches, skalds, and other characters. There's a lot here. Oh boy. Create a character. Let's go 1 point in perception. Yeah. We'll lower finesse. Boost endurance. Yeah, I like that. Not as delicate, but brutal. And your weapon of choice, we'll put point into a shield. And we'll boost the Danex. No, not the Danex. Axes. Do a point there. And we'll take a point in charge. Take 1 point in diplomacy. Okay, we've got 8 points here. That'll be really useful. Anything else I can take? Anything with 2 points? Cooking. And preserving. Alright, I think she's ready. Yeah! Logic Artists presents.
Your father was a great warrior and a good husband, but he was not a strong chieftain to his clan. As he travels to join his brothers in the halls of Valhalla, you must take his place. Our clan is beset by petty squabbles. Some amongst our people would contest your claim to leadership, as they saw discord our neighbors plot against us. Gather your most trusted clansmen. Together you will face dangers which none can predict. You will be challenged on your leadership, your resolve, your wisdom. Build a ship and take your housecarls across the sea. Power and strength for our clan must be sought outside the Norselands. If you show yourself to be bold, the gods will follow you into battle. Your legacy will live for 1,000 years beyond your time.
Yeah.
Our clan must prevail.
Yay. Let's do this. Aid me, Odin, in my effort to bind the struggles of a bygone time as glimmering light on glass. It is the evening after your father's funeral. When you close your eyes, the image of his blazing ship shimmers in the dark behind your eyelids. It is not a common ritual this far south, but your mother, Astridir, who hails from the land of the Geats, insisted on it. All the thanes of the neighboring clans have come to attend your feast in his honor. Your father may not have been the most successful thane, but as a warrior, he commanded the respect of many. The guests are filing into your longhouse. The thanes enter first, each trailing a modest group of warriors. Your mother leans in to whisper a few words of advice before she takes her seat. You should greet each of the thanes before the feast begins, but listen well to their words. Few of them would benefit from making this a smooth transition. It will be important to know where they stand. Characters with golden nameplates have dialogue for you. Alright. Ragnhilda the White, Alsfia Grimvardsson, Ketil Kolbjarnarsson, Roderick Gengradesson, Skull Skullcleaver, and Halfdan Sandarsson, and Nefja Holmanadottir. Alright, and there's Mama. Let's talk with everybody.
There you are. The feast seems to be off to a good start.
Nefja is one of your oldest friends. Your families have always been close, and you grew up together in the village. She's just finished pouring your mother a mug of mead. Nice to see you out of your armor for once. You've seen my sister in this dress before. Surely that's the same thing. She closes her eyes and rubs the bridge of her nose with a finger. God, she was so excited to see me like this. I'll never hear the end of it. Where is Aethra? My poor sister has a fever again. She has such a frail constitution. All this wet cold is hard on her. Mother stayed home to care for her. What do you think of our guests? Your fellow Thanes are certainly a proud and graceful bunch, even as they plot to murder you and take our lands. You think that poorly of them? Oh, I'm sure not all of them are actively planning to kill us. I have a weird feeling about Skull though. I doubt they call him Skullcleaver for no reason. Halfdan plays the lovable old grump, but I know he's had his eyes on our harbour for years. Ragnhilda, I'm not sure about. She probably has nothing to gain from destroying us. But she's little more than Sigurd Hringer's appendage, and who knows where he stands. Let's talk later. I have to be a good host. Good luck and watch your back. Going over the chair is the quest marker. And talking to the other teens is not mandatory. But yeah, it's probably good. Ragnhilda the White is the most influential of your guests. As the vassal of King Sigurd Hringa, she is the current ruler of Denmark. She has come from the trade hub of Rib to the south, where she presides as a Jarl. She nods politely as you approach her seat. It was a beautiful ceremony, Birsa. I extend my condolences for your loss on behalf of Rib and of the king. I must tell you, I advised him not to seek out the isles across the sea. We've all heard the stories of the unprotected coasts and their treasures, but there is more danger than the rumors let on. I'm not surprised they claimed his life, but I am glad that at least he died with a sword in his hand. Did you know Gangrada well? I knew him as a warrior. We fought together on the Brevelia, and he struck me as a shrewd tactician. When your king needs you, I hope that you will serve him as well as your father did. My father taught me everything he knew about combat. Jarl Ragnhilda smiles conspiratorially. That is another mark in the man's favour. I never saw a reason why women shouldn't be taught to fight just like any man. A village where the women folk know how to hold a sword is a village with twice as many warriors after all. Thank you for accepting the invitation. We are honoured that you could make it. Of course, your father's sword will be missed in our struggles against the Franks. If you'll excuse me, I must do the rounds. Enjoy the feast. The old shield maiden smiles. She gracefully slides back down into her seat, whereupon she spears a last piece of chicken with her knife and dumps it on her plate. Yeah. Aslifia. is a distant cousin. Leadership of the clan has moved between your side of the family and his for generations. He's known as a skilled warrior and a hard worker. Alsfia sits with his two closest
Our
friends.
condolences on the passing of your father. At least he died the way he would have wanted. He will be feasting with the gods tonight.
Thank you. I hope there is no bad blood between us. Alsfia seems to consider this for a while before replying. It is no secret that I didn't agree with how Gangrada ruled our clan. Bearing this in mind, I don't see what gives you the right to succeed him, but this feast is in his honor, and I will not insult his memory here, nor will I challenge your claim to leadership. You believe you would be more suited to lead us? I do. Because my father failed you? It is not our way to let rulership simply pass from father to daughter. If we are to become a strong clan again, we must appoint the best warrior as thane. You are not the strongest of us, merely the less weak of your father's children. If you believe the gods favor you in this, I hope you will get the chance to prove it, but I will not simply wait for you to falter and bring the whole clan to ruin. You are wrong. I hope you will give me the chance to prove it. Alsphere simply nods once, and then he returns his attention to his companions. Ketil?
Busy entertaining your guests?
As busy as you'd expect. Why are you over here by yourself? Trying to decide who to pick a fight with. I want this feast to be memorable, and nobody tells stories of a feast without a fight. Jokes aside, have you seen Skills Hellskulls over there in the corner? Or and Skaki? I've heard stories about them. Nephew seems to be expecting trouble too, so I've decided to go easy on the maid and keep an eye out. I appreciate that. It never hurts to be careful. He throws his head back slightly towards Elsphere. Speaking of which, keep an eye on the big log back there. He and his friends have been putting their heads together all night. I think he might be planning something. His family. He wouldn't attack me. Sure, he wouldn't do anything underhanded. But it's basically tradition for your families to fight over who gets to sit in the big chair. But this is your feast. I'll watch Elsleif and his friends. You should relax and enjoy yourself. Your elder brother Rurik always had a penchant for music. He looks up and gives you a warm smile as you approach him. Gott kvälsis. I mean, my honored thane. How do you feel? I'm well, Rurik. I know our father is in Valhalla now. I'm certain he is. Odin would have to be a fool not to accept a warrior like him. How's everyone been treating you? There have been some snide remarks, but Mother has always been more of a thing than our father ever was, so in a way this changes nothing. To tell you the truth, I think our clansmen are almost as relieved as I am that you took on the mantle. I have to go and be a good host. I'll talk to you later. Just use the old signal if you need help to get out of a conversation with one of the other things. Gangrada is in Valhalla now, Bersa. There is no doubt about it. He died doing what he loved. Halfdan is the thane of a slightly larger clan that borders your lands to the east. He wears a solemn expression and nods heavily when you approach him. But while he feasts among the heroes, you left Beard here to sort out the pieces. You've got your work cut out for you. What do you mean? Your father managed to make quite a few enemies in his time. Most of them among his own clan, if you'll permit me to be honest. He never paid one speck of attention to the wishes or needs of his people. Surely you're not expecting to your claim to leadership go uncontested. I know many disagree with my appointment. It will be a difficult transition. Well, shit. As long as you know trouble is brewing, you can take steps to prepare for it. Alfdana empties his mug of mead in a single gulp, and slams the mug onto the table and calls a thrall for a refill. And then we talk to Skule. Skullcleaver is the Thane of Jelling, which borders your area. Jelling is a large territory, and Skule is one of the most powerful Thanes in Jutland. Jelling is prospered under his rule. Pushes himself away from the table with his foot, chair making a grinding sound across the wooden floor. His face shows earnest sympathy. Bersa, my girl, so sorry about your father. If there's anything the people of Jelling can do to aid you in these trying times, don't hesitate to ask. That's very kind of you, Thane Skule. Of course. We must all stand together against the Frankish threat. Tell me, what are your plans for this place? How will you lead your clan? I wish to be an attentive Thane. I'll start by building a folk mate. A wise course. I can already tell you will make a better Thane than your grandfather. As I said, he was a great warrior, but it's clear that's where his interests lay. I'm sure you know I fought with your father many years ago. We were very much of a similar inclination, he and I. That man had a real taste for battle. Not like his brothers. Mark my words, Bersa. True bonds are forged in battle, not bound in blood. He came to me for advice before he mounted his last journey, on account of my ties to Kalpang. I should have warned him better about what he was getting himself into. What does Kalpang have to do with it? The Vikings out of Kalpang have been to the isles across the sea. I have heard many stories about it, since I often go there to trade. Your father wanted to hear if the stories were true. But I've taken too much of your time already. I know you have other guests to entertain. Perhaps we'll talk later, after a bit more mead. Skule nods more to himself than to you, and turns his attention to the food on the table. We've spoken to everybody. Let's sit down. Following the initial meet and greet, everyone toasts to your father and digs into the meal. Food covers every inch of the table, and freshly brewed mead seems to flow endlessly. You're listening to Nefia's usual complaints about her mother when Kettle perks up and slips discreetly out of the longhouse. Outside, some piece of pottery crashes against the ground and men begin to shout. In short order, the door flies open and the doorway is filled by Otto Erlingsson, sword in hand. Outside, you see his brother standing over the prone form of Kettle. Otto looks around the room with disgust. What a splendid feast for such a shit thing. Otto's gaze stops on you. He raises his sword to point at you accusingly. Bersa, your family had its chance to earn our respect, and you wasted it. Come outside and defend your honor, or we will burn this hall to the ground. Nefia jumps to her feet, already holding her knife. Her voice seethes with disgust. Otto, you miserable drunkard, how dare you attack your Thane's honor during her own feast? Your family will pay for this. Otto has turned his back to you and is already walking back outside. All the other guests turn their gaze to you in anticipation. Your mother leans in to whisper in your ear. You have to handle this. If the other Thanes think we're too weak to deal with such a blow against our family's honor. This will not stand. Nephew, are you with me? By the gods, he's going to make us kill him this time, isn't he? Take all, and now we equip everything. Village upgrades. All right. Now we go forward. Most of the guests follow you outside and form a half circle behind you. You're dimly aware of the other things muttering among themselves. Nephew runs over to Curl to help him back onto his feet. A streak of blood runs from his hair down his cheek, but it looks like he can still fight. 4 against 1. This is what the sons of Erlinger, Thorgisl's son, consider a fair fight. Otto's brother toasts near ears. He sounds drunk. Shut your mouth, woman. He started it. Go home, you fools. I know our families have never been on good terms. But if we spill each other's blood tonight, the killing will never stop. In the back, the youngest of Erlinger's sons, is looking increasingly distraught. She's right, Otto. This is not what father would want. Otto groans with irritation. It doesn't matter what father wants. We're here now. There is no going home without honor. Nothing about this is honorable. I never should have come here with you. Then run. Run back to the farm like a coward, and we'll deal with Birsa ourselves. A's eyes flicker between you and his brothers. Dejected, he takes 2 steps back, then he turns and walks away. Otto's gaze never leaves you, and his hand clenches around the grip of his axe. If you crave a fight so much, there are proper ways to handle this. Otto shifts his weight restlessly as he regards the Thanes assembled behind you. Too late for second thoughts. When Aslfir is our Thane, he can judge the honor of what happens here tonight. Aslfir steps forward and draws his weapon. You've gone too far, Otto. There is no honor in this. I must take Birsa's side here. For a moment, confusion mixes with fright in Otto's eyes, but he quickly composes himself. Fine, we'll kill you all, then I'll be Thane. Combat is an important aspect of the game. Defeat does not necessarily mean game over. You'll usually be able to continue and the story may change in some cases. Red hexes are allies, red enemies. Make default attacks, and you get special attacks as well. Birsa, go here. I should have used charge. Then we do this. Shoot you. Okay, can't shoot you, but we can shoot you. Okay, you can run over there. Put you there. Character has just entered cover. Cover blocks attacks completely. You're either in cover or you're not. Character in low cover, well... Yeah. Okay. We'll go there. Status effects, fatigued. Alright. Okay, you can't do anything. Take him out. And then we missed. Alright, yeah, now we end our turn. Gonna shoot at her. Charge. And there we go. Oh wow. That killed him. I don't think I was meant to kill him. Oh well. When you finish combat, you'll see this screen. There's a few vital pieces of information. See if anyone got injured. See if any items equipped with a herdman. Any items that lost durability during the fight will be indicated by a red arrow. Otto Erlingsson lies on the frozen earth in a small pool of his own blood. His blank eyes gaze at the sky. The only brother who made it through alive is slowly getting to his feet. He looks at his dead brothers with distant shock in his eyes. Nefia regards the aftermath of the fight with a mixture of disdain and sadness. What do we do with him? Let him go for now. We'll deal with him another day. Farmer picks up his weapon and leaves dejectedly. His pride has suffered a tremendous blow tonight, but he poses little threat now that he stands alone. Your guests look on with solemn expressions that don't reveal what they think of this act of mercy. Anyone who has a dispute with me can observe our customs and challenge me to a duel, but I will not be ambushed at my own feast. As Sophia steps forward, he looks not the least bit tired from the fight. I supported you here tonight because Otto and his brothers were out of line. It is not the way of our clan to kill each other in drunken brawls. Ursa, daughter of Gangrada, I challenge you to a duel for the position of Tain. An excited murmur rises among the guests. Ketil mutters in a voice too low for any other than you and Nefia to hear. Can you believe this, son? It is his right to issue such a challenge. His timing could be better, though. Hmm. Elslufer, son of Grimvardir, I accept your challenge. He nods, apparently satisfied. We will meet on Holmgang Island at noon on the morrow. May the gods favor you. Click on the compass rose to open the area of the map. It shows layout of the area, points of interest, and blah 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 blah. Okay. Quest log. Okay, and we finished that. Okay. An unfinished runestone. I have to take this fight myself. You know that. Her voice almost falters. You have the right to ask another to fight on your behalf. If the others see that another warrior is willing to risk her life for you, that is just as worthy of respect as if you beat Elsfia yourself. That is what a being Thane is about. All about. Let's see what happens. It's good to know you've got my back. Of course, my sword is yours if you change your mind. I can't believe it came to this. A man that bitter with sons that stupid. It was just a matter of time. What actually happened out here? I heard loud voices and I went to take a look. They were all out here with their weapons, having some argument over whether or not to set fire to the hall. I asked them what they were doing, and not at all in a judgmental way. Otto and Tost ganged up on me and laid me out. I really should have been more careful, but for all of old Erlinger's bile over the years, I never thought they would go this far. Thanks for looking out for us. Of course. Feels like the whole clan has turned against me. These tensions have simmered for a long time. Gangrada was a controversial thing. Those he angered fear that you won't bring the change they desire. It's not your fault. Hopefully Erlinger won't be any more trouble. I have to focus on Elsfia's challenge. We were unquestionably in the right tonight, but we dealt a great blow to Erlinger. Time will tell. Dark eyes size you up under elaborately braided hair. There's something mysterious and dangerous about this woman. You made short work of those mules. Woman after my own heart. How's that? Nobody fucks with me and lives. You seem similarly inclined. I must admit, I enjoyed it. She smiles and you're reminded of the snake on Skill's banner. Oh, you enjoyed it, did you? Good for you. Might want to keep that sort of thing to yourself in the future, though. Subtlety will take you far, even around here. I'm glad I got a chance to meet you now. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see each other. She holds up her cup in salute and slithers away into the crowd without asking your leave. Your mother wraps you up in a warm embrace. There is a hint of tears in her eyes. Well fought, my child. Your father would be so proud. The clan is at war with itself. Was father really such a poor thing? Gangrada was always more a warrior than a leader, but he was no worse than most. This here isn't really about him. It's about ambition and greed. There'll be another fight tomorrow. He is Slipher. I know. El Slipher is a skilled warrior. You would do well to make some preparations. I want to face him on equal terms. Don't be ridiculous. This duel could be to the death. There are no rules to break in such a contest. You need every advantage you can get. It may not seem like it right now, but most of our clan remains loyal to us, if nothing else. Then because they prefer you as Thane over Elsvia. Go to Hulda in the bog and ask her for help. She is old and wise. She has many ways to weaken a man. Poison? I want to beat him, not kill him. There is another option. Sigrid may have an idea. She is good at setting traps for the creatures of the forest. She may know of a trap large enough for a man. Other than that, Kveldulf may be willing to help you get some better equipment. You shouldn't go into the duel with those old weapons Gangrada gave you for training. Alright, we've got some options. Let's talk with this guy first. As you explore the world, you'll come across objects that can be looted or interacted with. Some of these are deliberately hidden. To see which objects can be interacted with, hold down the highlight all button. The smith Kveldulf has retreated to the familiar confines of his workshop, where he's engaged with an energetic discussion with his wife, Daghaida. They break it up when they see you coming, and Daghaida wanders off to find someone else with whom to gossip. Sir Erlinger finally lost control of his idiot sons, did he? Glad to see you made it out of that mess in one piece. Seems like everyone anticipated the attack except me. Oh, it's no secret Erlinger has been fixing to challenge your family for years. But no one expected an attack during the feast. That is just disgraceful. I wish you hadn't had to kill them, but under the circumstances, I'm not sure how it could have been avoided. Elsvia has challenged me to a duel. Is there anything you can do to help me? I heard. Sorry, my girl. I am not getting involved. I've known you both since you were small children. Elsvia used to help out in the smithy. I won't have either of your blood on my conscience. I don't plan to kill him. Just have to beat him to defend my seat. Such things rarely go according to plan. In the heat of the moment, with a sword in your hand, I won't be responsible. The decision is final. Elsvia is a strong warrior. I need him and his axe to defend the clan from our enemies. But you know our clan is safer and stronger with me in charge. Kveldulf crosses his arms and squints at you for a long moment, then he releases a sigh. He does have a poor head for tactics, but I will not give you steel to swing against him. However, I can help you stay safe. Yeah, let me get you a good sturdy set of quilted armor. It will serve you better than that shirt you're wearing. The smith disappears into the back of his shop and re-emerges with a thick quilted shirt in his hands. He presents it to you with a solemn nod. This is the best I can do to aid you. If the fight goes well, you can keep it. Thank you, Gaveldulfa. Aye. Ekietaka. Just be careful out there. With that, Gaveldulfa seems to decide he's done enough smithing for today, and he starts the nightly ritual of meticulously putting his tools away, tools back in their place. Alrighty. Don't need to do the other stuff. I don't have to cheat. Character. Screen shows primary stats, derived, blah 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 blah. Alright. Weapon skills. Upgrade a skill. You spend a total of 100 skill points or more. Cap is 175 for rank 4 and 250 for rank 5. Okay. Don't need to do anything else. Oh, actually. Sigrid and whatever her name is. Helox El Bersa. I witnessed Elsphere's challenge. Is there anything I can do to help? Is it possible to trap a man the way one might trap a bear? A trap for combat? Ah, interesting idea. Reminds me of something your Uncle Grimwolf told me once. He was with Gangrada and Gateland to fight for Sigurd Hringa, and he was tasked to ambush a group of mercenaries riding to reinforce the enemy. According to Grimulfur, your father wanted to split up the riders with a surprise attack. So he had the idea of suspending a long net above the path and running the rope across the ground concealed by branches. When the first horse stepped on the rope, it came loose and dropped the net down onto the rider, tangling him up and causing him to fall off the horse. That's ingenious. Can you do it? It hinges on whether he expects a trap and how well it is hidden. I know how to hide a trap well enough from anyone. Let's try it. Good, I'll start preparing. Worst thing that can happen is that you'll have to fight him like normal. Alright, we don't need to do poison. Alright, we end the feast. Alright, now I'll go to bed. End the feast. The next day, at noon. You came to the prosaicularly named Holmgang Island on the following day, rowing one of the clan's small boats in the company of Nefja and Kittil. Sigrid and Lotia greet you there, having come out in advance to set the stakes that define the area. The huntress points to a small patch of branches on the ground. I've fastened the rope over there. The log is well concealed among the branches overhead. But try to keep Elsfier's attention on you when he comes. If he comes. Perhaps he thought better of it and decided to stay at home. Nefja nudges Kettle between the ribs. Or perhaps Thor will happen to drop Mjolnir from the sky and coincidentally crush Elsfier's boat on the way here. I hope he does forfeit. I don't want to fight a clansman. Nefja twists her face into a displeased grimace. Don't be like that. He challenged your honor. It's your duty to face him in this duel. The challenger arrives a short time later, accompanied by 2 other young men from his side of the family, the same companions he sat with at your feast. Alright, just want to check the island first. Take all of them. What was the button to highlight everything? Okay, left alt. Alright, let's go say hi. Elsfia looks healthy and awake, gives you a curt but respectful nod, and steps directly into the ring without hesitation. His voice is strong and steady. We're all here then. Good. Are you ready? Yes, sir. I volunteer to fight in your place. Your offer humbles me, but this is my fight. Nefja nods gravely and takes a step back. I understand. Good luck, Bersa. You walk into the ring opposite Elsfia, and Sigrid mentions to your opponent. As the challenger in this dispute, it falls on you to recite the rules of the duel. Slufia clears his throat and impatiently recites the clan's traditional rules for single combat. I, Elsfia, son of Grimvarda, have challenged Birsa, daughter of Gangrada, for the right to rule our clan. The winner shall sit as Thane of Skjern and reside in its longhouse. He shall receive no other reward beyond this. Alright. Well... we'll wait for the ad to finish and then we'll continue with the story stuff. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright. Where were we? Yes. So. Should she survive, she who is defeated may swear fealty to the winner, or her life is forfeit. If either of us falls in the duel, their bodies shall be buried here. All weapons are permitted. The duel will end when either warrior is dead or incapable of continuing the fight. As the challenge, the first strike is yours to make. They'll keep them alive. We'll do that. Damn, I'm good. That's the first one. You've been keeping your skills sharp, even without your father around to train you. He trained us both. What do you even have against him? He was a great warrior, and like everyone else, I respected him for that. But if a king should raise the Leidanga army tomorrow, how many able-bodied warriors could our clan muster? A dozen? Half the women in the clan are widows, and Gangrada's foolhardy expeditions are the cause of it. He bangs his weapon against his second shield and gives you a somber nod. I should have pulled the shield away. Yep. I'm familiar with that's the second one. Alcia's second shield crumbles off the grip. Dismayed, he heads back to the boat to fetch his last shield. You're nearly as good as Gangrada. If you should win this, I hope you'll be a better Thane. I hope to serve with you as my Haskell. He nods without hesitation, and my honor bids me to. And if I should win, you may serve as mine. Tell me, how do you plan to govern us? We have become weak, and we have many enemies. The defenses must be strengthened. Then you are wiser than your father. If you win, I shall gladly serve you. But enough talk. Let us finish this. Can I charge? No. So what I'll do is I'll back up to here. Good. You don't have a shield. But your sword pierced the shield. Ah, crap, you braced. Alright, we're gonna pull the shield away. That didn't work. Shit. Dang it. Perfect. Your challenger struggles to get back on his feet, but he leaves his weapon in the mud. In the end, he settles for just sitting on his knees before you, his head hung in a signal of defeat. You fight better than I expected. You have become a very capable warrior. He shakes his head weakly. And that trick with the net. How could I miss that, Herb? I've never seen such a trap used in a fight. I don't appreciate such trickery, but I can't deny their effectiveness. Though I would prefer to bow to a woman who could defeat me fairly, I am at your mercy. If you'll accept my surrender, I pledge myself to your service. I accept your pledge. Some unusual mixture of sadness and relief washes over him. He holds your gaze for a long moment. Then he seems to get back some of the energy the duel took out of him, and he stands. You show me great honor. I hope my challenge won't linger in the air between us. I want you to know you can depend on me from now on, fully. Kyoto extends his hand to Aslfia, who shakes it hesitantly. Glad to have you with us, you big lug. Put up a good fight. I'll be glad to have you on our side. Nefia reluctantly shakes Elsvia's hand as well. You were a fool to challenge Bersa, but I hope you learned your lesson now. I too am glad to have you with us. Right. Anything else lying around anywhere? It's hard to tell with the snow. The short boat ride back is as uneventful as the trip out. Hongyang Island is clearly visible from the shore outside Skjern. You return victorious. Nefia secures her shield on her back. I'm glad that's dealt with. What's next? You'll have to do something about Erlinger Thorgilson. As long as he lives, his family poses a threat. We'll head there immediately. When you're ready to leave the area, click on the button that takes you out. Okay. Longhouse, campaign map. Do we have any... Alright, we've got some more story stuff to do. This is the campaign map. We'll be traveling between locations. Erlinger's Farm. Current deadline. Alright. Alright, let's take everyone with us. You stop your horses on the outskirts of Erlinger Thorgilsson's homestead. Smoke rises lazily from the roof of the largest building. Thralls are going about their business in the fields. So far it looks like nobody has noticed your arrival. Kettle takes a deep breath. Here we are. I do hope this pans out better than I expect. Nephew surveys the scene with a thoughtful expression. There are more thralls here than I remembered. They're poorly armed, but they'll defend their master if it comes to that. A surprise attack would give us a strong advantage. We might circle around to the back and set fire to the house. A sound plan, but I would hate to bring such a death to Erlinger. He may be a bitter old bastard, but he deserves to die with it. He deserves the chance to die with honor. I don't want to kill any of them. We'll let him know we're here. He gets a chance to defend himself. Good. An honest fight will send a stronger signal. We're more than a match for that stubborn old goat anyway, even with all his thralls. An old man stands in front of his farmhouse. You know him, but not well. His family has always stuck to the outskirts, never happy to call your father their thane. In his youth, he built this house by himself. Now he is grey of hair and his skin is lined with wrinkles, yet he still stands as proud as the patriarch of his homestead. He begins to speak, and immediately breaks into a fit of deep-throaty coughs. When he recovers, his voice is in a rasp, with an undertone of fear. My sons were fools to attack you, and cowards to do so during the feast. Thank you for allowing my line to continue. I cannot suffer your presence after this. You are hereby exiled from the clan. Leave by dawn tomorrow or you will be executed. You'd cast me out of my own house. I built this farm myself with my own two hands. Don't reject this judgment, you fool. Don't you see that this is a mercy in light of what you've done? And who will take ownership of my farm? You, nephew? I would rather die than see this farm wither in someone else's hands. Calm yourself, Erlinger. Don't try to pretend you haven't gotten yourself into this mess. You try to walk Erlinger through what kind of a mess his family has gotten itself into, but his demeanor only grows more grim with every word. Far from convincing him of the justice in his exile, by the end of your argument, he has taken several steps away from you. His arms are crossed and his frown is so deep, his eyebrows appear to have merged. Erlinger casts a glance back at his wife in the farmhouse and looks to his thralls gathered around. His right hand slowly moves toward the scabbard on his belt. Stand by what I said. Death over exile. Okay. And shoot. And we back up. You deal with him. And you also deal with him.
None will stand in my way.
Now we charge forward. And shit. Don't want that. And the thralls are coming to attack. Alright. You. Do the stabby stab. Or not. Killing. Dang it, missed. End the turn. Alright, you're coming in for an ambush. Alright. Come back. Ellen goes down. Good. And run around here. And end your turn. Okay, he's problematic. Okay. Good. Yeah, I don't really care. Now we back up. Now we end the turn.
You bastard!
Alright, so we do that to him. Shoot you out. Come around. Now we're flanked. And we run this way. Oops. Run in. Can we shoot? No. Okay then. Continue proceeding forward. There we go. No new injuries. The fight is over and the silence is deafening. Erlinger is still alive. He struggles to raise himself from the ground. You win, daughter of Gangrada. I will live with my family. You fought well. I wish you good luck in the future. He staggers back to the house and into his wife's arms. She is crying, whether with sorrow or relief he can't tell. The thralls who are gathered around you begin to disperse to begin preparing the exodus. You'll have to decide who should take over the farm. Let's not be quite so easy to divide the man's possessions yet. There will be time later. Alright, we should head back home. I want to look around before we leave. Alright, take everything that's not nailed down. Take all the weapons. All the boxes, all the crates. Take all... Oh, stuff. More stuff. In the former Erlinger farm. Small grave, about the size of a fully grown dog. Aww. Grab all that. What's up here? 4 hides. Pitchfork. More herbs. Don't need to leave just yet. A solitary thrall is chopping firewood on the outskirts of the farm. Hearing your approach, he puts down the axe and wipes the sweat from his brow. Did you come from the farm? What's all the ruckus? Wait, you're the Thane. That's right. That fight was about the old man's sons, wasn't it? I knew this would happen, as soon as I heard what they did. You didn't come to your master's aid. He got himself into that fight. Could get himself out of it for all I care. Say, what did you do to him? He's exiled. You're a free man. You taking a piss? You'd free me from my bonds? I've never met such generosity. Thank you, truly. Listen, seeing as how your business here is concluded, may I propose a trade? I'm listening. I used to be an outlaw. My band and I ambushed farmers and merchants in the forests south of here. Before I was caught and enthralled, I hid my most valuable possessions. Among the stash was a claw of a bear, which once belonged to my wife. That trinket is the only thing I care about. If you'll find it for me, you can keep the rest. Where is this stash? It's down a well next to an old ruined house in your forest, tied to a rope and weighed down with rocks. It's mostly silver jewelry and my old sword. You can keep all that, just bring me that claw. I beg you. Alright. We're doing quests. Take the shield. Take that pole. Oh, more unconscious people that we've got to take all their stuff from. We don't need to attack him again. Still got to search those bodies. Alright, we're done with everyone. Three days later. You wake in the early morning to the sounds of running feet and panicked shouting. Someone pounds on your door so rapidly and so furiously you can hear the hinges creak. The muffled voice belongs to Kveldolf, the smith. Ursa, Rurik, Estrada, you in here? We're under attack. It's raiders from the sea. Your brother and your mother are scrambling out of their beds, rubbing the sleep from their eyes and shaking the confusion from their heads. Don your weapons and armor. You grab the most essential equipment and throw on your clothes. Outside, a fire roars to life, and the sounds of steel crashing against steel reaches you from the direction of the coast. Alright. Compared to my current shield, 46.6. Lower physical resistance. $41, $45. Okay, so that's better. In terms of axes, have anything. I'll keep Mother safe. Please take care of yourself out there. Go find Kettle and Nafia. We'll bar the door until it is safe. You bet your ass I'm awake. Where are the others? Nephew is holding the bridge, and Sylvia went to reinforce the north entrance. But the beacon's not lit. A look of grim realization comes over him. No, they weren't. Let's go find the others. Lead the way. We'll go south first. Alright. We will hold the line here. They can't get past. Alright, and over there. Even harder to hit. Get up closer. Alright, I'm sending you in. There goes one. And you charge forwards. All right. There we go. End the turn. Get attacked. You charge forward. Ranging shot. Dang it. He missed. Do interrupt. Okay. Charge forward. And turn. Good. Uh-huh. Alright, pull the shield out from him. Then you stab. And you chop. And that destroyed him. Okay. And then go in here. Spot them. End the turn. Hey, that's rude. Oof, that knocked him down. Good. There. Yeah, we'll let them live. We've done enough damage. Good. Mainly shoot you. Or not. We charge in. And we just put you there. Ouch. Okay, 35, 41, 71. And we run up. And they can't run away. Oh, they can. But take these guys out. Yay. Last of the Norwegians hits the mud, and you allow yourself to pause for a moment to take stock of the outcome. Njef wipes some blood off of her blade. I'm glad you got here so soon. These raiders know how to fight. You turn toward the village to see Lottia running toward you out of the smoke that now engulfs the entire area. You're still alive. The others are holding off the attack at the northern gate. If you hurry, you might be able to rout the raiders there. Let's quickly loot these guys. Wounded and the dead. I can't upgrade that yet. But I can do that. No, nothing there. Okay, can't do that. You have 6 cents, so that's good. Can you utilize that? I should have used that. And ads will be starting in a minute. you're gonna have that. Alright, we'll just finish up this chapter. You've got axes. Sigrid goes up here. Keep you where you are. You've got a charge forward as well. You running over there. Right, that didn't do anything. Okay. That's it. Dang it. Didn't work. And we got demoralized. And we continue to shoot you. Shoot you. That's fine. And we'll take you out so we can have at least one victory. Ah, shit. Okay, he's not in a good spot. Shoot you. Now we come around. And there's you. Beautiful. He uses. Yeah, they use demoralize. That's problematic. Charge. Shoot from this angle. It didn't do anything. Alright. Alright. We lost one. Dang it. Go around there. And last three. The shield got repaired. That's bad. Okay. And then you get punched. Good. Secret is down. Ah, dang it. And FEO's down. Okay, so that's not doing anything. Let's take you out. Or not. And end our turn. Get attacked.
You must go on without me.
That's fine. And we go deal with you.
At least I lived with honor.
There we go. Yeah, everybody. Alright. Nobody got injured. Except for... as the last attacker goes down, a sudden calm falls over your immediate surroundings, which almost makes the battle seem like a distant thing. Elsevier's voice shakes you out of it. I'm glad you got here in time. These bastards are tough. Well equipped too. Ours is not the first village they've attacked. Thorfinn the carpenter appears from between two houses, his apron encrusted with soot and grime. He sounds short of breath. Ah, oh my dear girl, I'm so glad you're alive. The raiders' leader is headed towards the longhouse. He snuck another group around the village and got in from the east. Alright. Let's loot these bodies and get all sorts of good stuff from them. And we'll end it here for today. We'll end our journey, Viking journey today. Well, that's going to be it for Expeditions Viking today. It did start a little bit later than I would have liked, but that's par for the course for me sometimes. I will be switching back. I will be switching over to Trails of Cold Steel 3 in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. I'll be a few minutes at least. Probably about. I just need a little bit of a. Yeah, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.